we do it. Where you catch us that we be in that pulpit. Always catch a vibe, we a movement. You should just subscribe because we too lit. They want that podcast, yeah, they want that podcast. They want that podcast, yeah, they want that podcast. They want that podcast, yeah, they want that podcast. They want that podcast, watch them scream out, ah, yeah.
It's 2025. We have come so far, but yeah, we still have so much to prove.
So much to prove.
It's the Pulpit Podcast, baby.
Baby.
Season 4. Episode 142.
Yeah.
What the business is. It's that man with the plan, Big Kev. And that's Cuz with the buzz, Big Bo.
Yo.
And you know, we got that food for yourself. For sure. You know we gotta do a disclaimer.
Got to do it.
Like I said before, man, we just stand on business out here. We believe in what we say, and sometimes it just don't coincide with a lot of y'all's feelings. So I'm trying to help you out. Like if you ever scrolling past this, or you ever just on your iTunes and you're in the podcast, you're on your Spotify, you see the Pulpit Podcast, I'm letting you know what it's about. Check us out. But I'm telling you, might not be what you want.
But I'm also say this, I appreciate you actually reached, even if you telling us to go to hell and we're whack, I appreciate you because, you know.
All comments and interaction is great.
Yeah.
Like however you want to take it. Y'all be wilding out. But you think about me.
I appreciate you.
I'm just tell y'all, when y'all respond to me though, I'm going to basically tell you have a blessed day. You will get no keyboard warrior with me because I know how I would handle it face to face, and I don't do the back and forth on the internet. I'm going to tell you have a blessed day and be cool. Or sometimes if you really get on my nerve, I tell you go play in traffic. That's a whole nother story. But without further ado, the Pulpit Podcast is not a gospel or religious podcast.
Say it once more.
I said, you know, I got to do it. I said, the Pulpit Podcast is not a gospel or religious podcast, but we are bringing the gospel in the form of information straight like that. And y'all know, this podcast is based on the foundation of positivity, motivation, inspiration, and most importantly, love. So we don't do anything without a weekly affirmation, and I got something for us.
Message.
Love what you have before life teaches you to love what you lost.
Boy.
Man, I mean, just have appreciation, man, for waking up in the morning. Your loved ones, if you can talk to your loved ones, you can hear from them via text or verbally, hey, you winning for the day.
Man, life is beautiful.
Bro. Life is beautiful. You ain't getting no calls if somebody done passed that's close to you or in the hospital. Life is beautiful. Believe me, because there's a lot of people that get that call. And yeah, we want to always send positive energy to those people because a lot of people going through it, especially around this time. So, all right, we going to go ahead and get into it. You know, we got to do our thing on it. But what I do want to say is this will not be about Drake and Kendrick. I'm not doing that again. I feel like that's just beating a dead horse. We know who won. We are going to talk about the Super Bowl. And I'm going to go ahead and go first, and I'll let Bo do his thing because I just got some things that I need to say from what I've been seeing. I sit back, watch everybody's take, whether it be racist, whether it just be a hater, whatever it may be, right? And first off, I just want to speak to Kendrick's artistry and professionalism. For one, for those that are saying this show was weak, do you understand the amount of breath control it had to take for this man to be running around in these different parts of this dope set, which is made in a controller? We all know, as you found out from the TikTokers, what he was trying to say, you know what I'm saying, with the beginning of the show by the stage being made into a PlayStation controller, which is from Sony, which is also Drake's label. So it's chestnut checkers. That's one. But the fact that he was running, dancing, and didn't have a backing track or hype man nowhere in the vicinity. Any person who's ever rapped, performed, did a speech in front of anybody, when you get excited, when you know, in front of people, nervousness, whatever it may be, your breath can be lost easily. So for him to do that, that's top tier. And every rapper will say that easily. professionalism in the vision and storytelling, right? He said he wanted to tell a story, and that's exactly what he did. With the help of Samuel Jackson,
Uncle Sam.
being Uncle Sam, it was a beautiful story. Most of you people who don't like higher intellect or thought process and thought-provoking stuff, you didn't like it. Because you wanted to see girls twerking, half naked, and a whole bunch of bass and music, you know what I'm saying, so you could dance and bop or whatever while you was drinking. Kendrick wasn't on that game time. He was on some different stuff. He letting people know, hey, this is the biggest platform. I'm going to make the biggest statement possible in front of none other than Donald Trump to say what he said.
Man.
I just think he's the ultimate entertainer. I don't think no hate should be thrown his way.
Man.
I think Kendrick could have easily made a show with nothing but the hottest songs he got. Kill My Vibe, Poetic Justice, Mad Kid City, you know what I'm saying? He could have easily, Money Trees, you know what I'm saying? He could have easily rolled out all that back to back.
He could have went with more of his deeper conscious. You know, he could have. It's like, you know, his pro black. Like, all right, he could have went all
Black in the
right.
Berry. He could
Black in the Berry.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
You know, them type of songs. He could have went a whole different way, but he still had revolutionary tones while still having
bops
and
incorporated it beautifully.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? No, it was real dope.
Yeah, you good. I just want to say that because I know, you know, everybody who's been on TikTok and people who've already been at it before us, they all trying to, you know, try to break down, you know what I'm saying, the statement that he was trying to make, you know what I'm saying, the little gems that he has in there.
Right.
So I don't want to go that route because there's a lot of them, too many to speak on. I just want to speak to his artistry and professionalism, and he's the ultimate entertainer, period.
No, he is. And I mean, he's also set it up like, I'm pretty sure those ticket sales.
Oh my goodness.
Those ticket sales, I know they probably, I don't know that I ain't checked if they had
I think they sold
pre-orders.
out. I think they must sold out.
But I'm like, I know people already are buying the ticket. They don't care how much it costs. They're ready to go see the show.
They sold out. He got his ticket though. So I'm just gonna say, I think if they wasn't sold out back then, they sold out now.
So people are seeing like, this dude gives you for real shows.
For real.
Because like I even think of the show from Mr. Morales that he had on Prime.
Yeah, dope.
About like 2-3 years ago. I mean, epic.
Theatrical is like dramatic. Like it's not just like, it's almost like you're not at a rap tour.
That's what I'm about to say. There aren't too many rappers that can make basically video concerts and you can sit and watch on repeat. Honestly, I think he's the only rapper that I will sit and watch the concert again.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to watch this in the Super Bowl halftime show again. Like I'm almost feeling like Froggy, feeling like watching that Prime concert. Like cause that concert was dope. So you don't see that from rappers. You see that from the Beyonces.
Yeah.
You see that from Celine Dion's putting out movie concerts.
Theatrical performances, basically.
This is never before seen.
Nah.
You know, I mean, you could talk about your Jay-Z's, you could talk about your Biggies, your Pacs, you know, Nas's, even your Eminems.
Yeah, they're not putting on a show like that.
They are not.
They are not. Keep it all the way 100.
They're not.
And I think that's the biggest thing that probably hurts Kendrick in a sense for the public opinion, because they so stuck on these bops. Like I said before, you Gen X bandwagon jumpers think he's only about this, you know, turn the TV off, you know what I'm saying, hey now, you know what I'm saying, peekaboo. Y'all think that's what he only does. So when he don't do that, you're like, oh, that's weak or whatever. Nah, real Kendrick listeners and people of hip hop understand he embodies the whole game of hip hop.
Man, the dude is super polarizing because you look at it like this. When Gen X dropped, you had actual for real Kendrick Lamar fans. They're thorough Kendrick Lamar fans that were upset because it wasn't
what they were accustomed to. Yeah,
a conscious album. But then he puts on this show that's a conscious, like you have to put some thought in what you're watching. And the people who love the bop was like, what am I looking at? I want to just see ass and tits shaking and
they want to see the twerk, squabble up. They want to see the.
But that's what makes him dope because he's feeding us. Everybody's eating it though.
Everybody's
You know,
eating.
like even though you might have not liked that show, you still gonna be bumping GNX.
What I would say is this: if he had more time and he wasn't trying to send a message, he could easily did it just like the Pop Out. You know what I'm saying? When you remember, if y'all watched the Pop Out, when all the stuff really broke out, when you know what I'm saying, Not Like Us was really, really when he did like 5 to 7 times in a row,
man.
and that show alone, bringing out his West Coast buddies, you know what I'm saying, that show was unbelievable. And he could have easily done that, but he had a point in mind that he wanted to get across. And matter of fact, if you listen to the man, he tells you everything he's gonna do.
Man,
This is bigger than music. He was trying to send a message and he did it. Whether you didn't like it, whether you loved it, whether you thought it was politically based, whether you thought it was racial insinuating, because then everybody wants to say the DEI because there wasn't no white people on the stage. Come on now.
that ain't DEI. That's Kendrick Lamar.
I'm just saying though, they tried to correlate that with that, saying, oh, black people worried about the DEI stuff, but then Kendrick Lamar gets on the stage with a whole black crew. We're not gonna go there. How many white bands have had all white, and we ain't said nothing? Don't bring that into the play. When it comes to music,
All white.
music is probably one of the most non-racial things. You know how many engineers, dope engineers are white or Hispanic or, you know what I'm saying, Indian-based? Come on. Or Asian? Come on now. Yeah, we're not going to do that. Music is one thing. It's almost like music and sports is one place where racism really don't rear its ugly head in those that's in it.
It shouldn't be.
I just say this, man, and all y'all saying it's the worst Super Bowl ever. Man, go play in traffic. The worst Super Bowl ever? Really?
The Super Bowl, you talking about the halftime
Entertainment,
show?
like it was the worst. Now it might have been one of the worst Super Bowl, but I would say the halftime show. Y'all saying it's the worst halftime show ever? I'm gonna just give you a couple. Rihanna for me, and this ain't saying Rihanna don't got talent, but when you pregnant and you live singing on every track and you on a swing for a Super Bowl set, that is not a good show.
It wasn't a good one.
You know, she was literally big, and everybody's like, why does she look so big? She pregnant again. I get it. Pregnancies happen. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying, motherhood. But,
ASAP.
hey, you have to do the show. So, yeah, people are expecting a lot. Y'all the same niggas, though, that got mad and said Usher didn't do your favorite songs or he didn't sound like this, and the nigga was singing on skates.
Man, come
Can't
on.
please y'all.
Nah.
When you think about it, they was trying to clown Usher, and I thought his show performance, like Kendrick, professionalism, artistry, is unmatched.
But it's like that almost with every Super Bowl. It's like hit or miss. It's the people love the game, people hate the game.
Yeah.
The people love the halftime show, people hate the halftime show. I mean, every year it's just what the Super Bowl does.
I'm just say when the Weeknd came on and the Black Eyed Peas came on, I turned it off. I went somewhere
Now,
else.
I like the Weeknd. I tell you that Shakira and J-Lo.
Everybody was just two niggas that was shaking some ass.
Yeah, but it was just like, what we doing?
And we just talked about J-Lo last week about being one of the worst singers that's popular. So we know that wasn't a great performance. We was watching ass shaking because that's what both of them is known for.
Man.
Hey, but it was dope because, you know, Hispanic culture got their chance to shine as well. You know what I'm saying? They brought out Bad Bunny. I think they brought out Pitbull too, didn't they? Was it all together, I thought? Like they brought out them different people. So it was, you know, Hispanic culture getting their shine on.
In Miami? It must have been. I think that's.
I'm not sure. I can't remember where it was at. But it might have been. But they got their chance to shine.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about Jay-Z. Jay-Z is basically just trying to make the halftime show not this old boring country, old school. He knows his demographic though.
And plus, too, you got to go new. Like I said, you know, looking back at the different Super Bowl halftime shows, I remember that one with the Who, and I'm like, who's here really like rocking with the Who?
That's what I'm saying. It's the demographic, and it's not like saying these are not talented musicians in their own right, whether it be country, whether it be pop, whether it be whatever, right? But you have to know the demographic that's going to be watching this football event.
Yeah.
And most of them are hip-hop based, R&B based, pop, like even when like NSYNC got up there, you know what I'm saying, and Justin and so like that. You have to know what is going to pop.
And look, did you see that crowd though?
Man.
It was all whites.
Yeah.
I mean, all white folks got their phones out, recording Kendrick Lamar.
I mean, like, hey, it was funny though.
Soak it up.
Watching TikTok videos and watching these old people trying to figure out what he's saying and some dancing to it. Like, I seen this old lady squabble up, trying to do her thing, probably 80, 90-year-old lady. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's when music touches everybody. No matter what it is. If you have an open heart or you have an open mind to music, even if you don't understand it or know it, you will still accept it.
And I don't know what it is. That Not Like Us. When them horns, man, I mean, them people, I've seen it at different places.
It makes you just want to get hype, bro.
7-8 months, whether it's an Olympic event, whether it's at a football game, a basketball game. When them horns come on, everybody gets hype. Everybody's almost in unison.
I think you just know what comes. What Kendrick did was he made the song so easy for people to sing along with. It has certain breaks in there where you do like little change ups, you know what I'm saying, little chants and stuff like that. It's not one of his most intricate raps or whatever, right? It matches how the beat is. The beat is simple. The beat is mostly that. That's all everybody's gonna remember. I don't care if you say Not Like Us as the first thing somebody gonna do. And I think it's the band influence behind it. Because automatically when you hear that, you can see Southern State, you know what I'm saying, or Grambling State, you know what I'm saying, all these, you know what I'm saying, black colleges doing that stuff when they have them certain games. And yeah, it's Kendrick he did his thing, man. He did his thing.
And he's not done.
And he ain't done. But, the Super Bowl is in the books. A lot of people going to debate, like we always do. That's the one thing we always do, like the greatest, GOATs. We have these debates all the time. People gonna say it was the worst. People gonna say it was the best. People gonna say it was But hey, just have some real context when you say it. Don't make it racial or don't make it ignorant. Because some of them statements out here is ignorant. Saying it's whack, you might be like, it's not my cup of tea because he didn't have enough dancing songs. But don't say it was whack. Yeah, because he did his thing. All right. So, Bo.
Yeah.
Which country would you never visit if everything was paid for?
Russia.
He said Russia.
Man. No, you just had another
Putin scooting.
You just had another person who was locked up because he had medical weed on him. This dude been locked up for 3 years. Like, nah.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing in Russia.
Penalties.
It ain't nothing in Russia I won't even see.
The Kremlin.
Is it any sisters in Russia?
I'm pretty sure they are, but I mean, I don't know. I ain't really seen them. Nah. I'm pretty sure they are. For me, it's North Korea, man. All them Korea. I'm cool, bro. I'm cool.
I want to go to Korea.
Which one is the one? Kim Jong-un, whatever his name is. I think it's North Korea. He's over. Whoever he over, I don't want to visit that ever. Them cats is sadistic.
Yeah, but I wouldn't mind going to South Korea.
Whichever one, like I said,
I think North Korea is
North Korea. I think that's the one he's over.
The one that's it's a little
Kim Jong-un, whatever it is.
Yeah, South Korea is a little more open. And,
yeah, they're a little bit more open. Matter of fact, I think they are. You know what I'm saying?
I think my guy Joe Harvey, he's still out there in South Korea. He moved out there a while.
I think they are our allies. I think South Korea is. North Korea, not so much. I think that's Russia's allies. But
North Korea,
cool.
they allies with Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman is just wild. I think they just look at Dennis Rodman as like, hey, he's a free spirit.
That's his boy right there. He was crying over that nigga.
Yeah, hanging out. Dennis Rodman was like, you hang with him? What?
Hey, man, he's a crying ass nigga. I just thought about that, man. We done seen Dennis Rodman just crying for no damn reason.
Cry a lot,
man. That nigga just
He's emotional. He's an emotional fella. He's an emotional fella.
Somebody sit down and play.
He'll cry.
Like this.
Nah, he'll cry. He'll cry.
The way you set that mashed potatoes down.
Yeah, he'll cry at the drop of a hat. But I don't go to Singapore neither. Y'all remember that whip that boy?
Yeah.
20 lashings like he did over in Singapore. Now I'm cool.
Mm-hmm. What'd he do? Steal some gum?
Yeah, he did the most smallest offense possible and got beat by a slave. Got beat like a slave.
Got that ass whooped.
Hey, that was payback. That's what slavery felt like. I'm telling you, they gave him 20 lashes. Now, the thing is this. How do you feel when you know your sentence is 20 lashes? Like, you got to get yourself mentally prepared to just lay there and let somebody hit you 20 times, G.
You got to get like Denzel and Glory, be like, flip that jacket off. Like,
Get that strong cry. That strong man cry.
That one tear.
That one tear. Strong man, that one tear, boy. That's that. I'm about to kill everything in here. If I could. Yeah, that's that. Ooh, if I could, I would. For real, for real. I can't think of no other country. Everything else is kind of cool to me. I don't know if I want to go to Iran either.
Like, I mean, a lot of that, I think that's all Russia. Everything I'm thinking like Croatia, Serbia.
Yeah, that's pretty much
Russia.
a whole, that's pretty much
all
that
that
whole
area
body.
I do not want to go to.
I don't think I want to visit.
And there's some places in India I don't want to fucking go. That look like some shitholes, man.
Third world,
man.
But India, I want to go to. Where's the
Dubai?
Dubai. That's where I do want to go.
Yeah, I mean that one's cool, but you go around the corner, goddamn.
No, I ain't trying to go to the ones you be. No, I'm cool. No, I want to go to the rich place, the one that looks like real. I want to go to the place that all the stars go to. That's where I want to go.
They slums, they don't give a fuck.
Go hang out with the sheiks, the rich people. That's what they called though. I remember they was at the when they had the NBA game. They are called the Sheiks though. Because they had the NBA game and they was with I ain't gonna say dresses, whatever they call that. Is it garb? I'm not sure what you exactly call that.
Just read up on it.
Yeah. I don't know what you call that, but go check it out. I don't want to disrespect nobody. I don't say dresses.
Let's read up on it.
Yeah, but they was at the game, you know what I'm saying, and they was standing out, and they was like, there goes some, you know what I'm saying, sheiks with da-da-da-da. Okay, cool. All right, cool. I knew they was worth some money, because you dress like that, you got to have some money. For real. And they was in front row, they was talking to all the stars knew them.
They probably got pet tigers.
They probably do.
And be wrestling in the pool.
Hey, no, man. They be having them exotic animals like a mug, bro. They have them exotic animals.
They was all them Indians in the pool and they let the tiger jump in.
Yeah, I was talking about that one when they got at the dude. He was like
sliding across the ground. Hey.
I'm cool. If you got a tiger at your house, I'm not coming.
Man. And you gonna just let it out in the pool? Like,
no. He knows you. He don't know me. It's like a dog. It's like a 10 times extreme dog.
Nah.
I'm cool, bro. I could leave out of here in pieces. I am cool. The dog, you might get bit or whatever, but
you got some scars.
You got some scars. You can fight a dog.
Might lose a finger if you get locked
big old Bengal tiger. I'm gonna say the Bengal. Bangle up one.
Bangle up one.
For real. All right.
Sure.
So, Bo.
What's up?
It's time for Big Bo's Thoughts. What you got?
When someone asks you, how was your weekend? They really don't give a fuck about your weekend.
It's this conversation starter.
They just want to talk about their weekend.
Pretty much.
So, anytime somebody asks me, so how was your weekend? I just be like, it was cool.
Yeah, pretty much.
And keep it moving. Because, God damn it, I don't want to hear about your weekend.
Right. I think that's the biggest thing. You're trying to start a conversation that I didn't want to get started. Because literally, when people say, how was your weekend? Typical weekend, I ain't do too much.
Shit, I'm trying to work.
Then you have to, the common courtesy, you got to be like, well, how was your weekend? But I really don't want to say that. I really don't care.
Yeah, I don't.
Or I would ask you first. Okay. I would have beat you to the punch. I don't care what you did on your weekend. I don't. My weekend is to decompress from humans most times. It's like if you work with them, you're around them all the time, you're like, hey, I just need to get away. So I can get back to it on the Monday. I need to decompress. So all that conversation,
It's and a lot of times too, early in the shift, it's just like, all right, I just want to just get in here and just start working.
That's all I'm saying.
Like, I ain't trying to sit and start talking.
It's grind time.
Shit, like, let's get in here.
Do all that. Yeah, all that
let's
talking.
we get to talking at the machine.
Let's wait till lunch break.
This is at the machine breakdown or
Yeah,
something.
let's wait till the second lunch break,
Shit.
nigga. Like, let me get my day almost over with. Oh, this day's almost over with. All right, what y'all want to talk about? But I know.
So how was your weekend?
Yeah, so how was your weekend? My bad. I was tripping
Shit.
early, dog.
I
Yeah,
wasn't
so-
tripping. I was trying to work. God damn it.
Well, yeah. Well, you know, people feel like those are pleasantries and just trying to be cordial, but at the same time,
Like, nah.
those are
Oh God.
repetitive answers. I mean, questions or whatever. How was your weekend? You got to come better than that sometimes.
I'm gonna have to tell you, I had the most ignorant conversation. I'm gonna have to tell you about it.
I mean, it's pretty a lot of ignorant conversations. All right,
But
so
yeah,
we got to get into the actual Super Bowl.
the game itself.
The game itself. Shout out to Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley and the
Hey,
Eagles.
man, that defensive line made the Chief offensive line look like Swiss
Little
cheese.
boys out there.
I mean,
going
they
grown men.
just running through them, just holes, pushing them back.
I've never
Just,
seen
man.
Patrick Mahomes
Oh.
run that much. And the thing is,
Probably
I know the Buccaneers, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, I
two
was about to say
Super Bowls
Buccaneers,
ago,
yeah,
the Tampa Bay
Buccaneers.
Buccaneers with Tom Brady won. Yeah, they was making him run. But the Eagles was making him run and hitting him hard.
Yeah.
Like, he took a beating by the score
Mm-hmm.
and physically. It was crazy.
Yeah,
like,
they got spanked.
it was some stats I had never seen before from Patrick Mahomes. The man had 25 yards at halftime. Have you ever
No, not for
seen
Pat.
Patrick Mahomes have 25 yards and be down 20 points and have 20-some points? I mean, have 20-some yards. Nigga, please.
Man, I love Charlamagne the God.
What'd he say?
He said Kendrick Lamar is kryptonite for these biracial men.
Oh, man. The light-skinned folks taking hits.
He came up in there. He made that look like a big softy.
Hey, man.
But shout out, give props to Jalen Hurts, man.
I'm glad Jalen Hurts won, though.
Actually, give props to Jalen Hurts for really having a great playoff run.
Actually,
He-
the thing is, Jalen Hurts has never did anything bad. Like, when you think about it, his career thus far is 2 Super Bowl appearances. He lost one to Patrick Mahomes where he
Yeah.
could have won, but he outplayed Patrick Mahomes in that Super Bowl. And then he wins against Patrick Mahomes. And so Jalen Hurts is just a winner.
Yeah.
Like, you might not like it because he don't throw for 400 yards all the time. He's not this aerial quarterback, you know what I'm saying, who going to throw it 30
He got
times.
a raw deal at Alabama.
Yeah, he got a raw deal at Alabama. He's had a
And
raw
he won
way
the
at
national
him.
championship at
And he won-
Alabama.
all he
And
do
got
is
a raw
win.
deal.
All he do is win.
Man.
He had a raw deal. He came in. He was the bench player to old boy at the time. Then Carson Wentz at the time, or one of them dudes.
Yeah, in
He was
Philly.
starting behind. So Jalen Hurts ain't did nothing but work, and had nothing but success where he's at. So shout out to Jalen. Shout out to Saquon.
Yeah.
Left a terrible situation to
Yeah.
have a championship.
Got busy this season.
And
too.
on his birthday. That what more could you ask for at that time?
Have they got the MVP yet?
Yeah. The MVP went to Josh Allen,
Okay.
which was crazy in his own right.
I said Saquon Barkley when we talked about it a few weeks
I
ago.
thought Saquon
I was
probably had a
thinking
chance,
Saquon.
but my thing is, if we're really gonna say it's a in-season
The dude
award,
rushing
ain't nobody
record.
did better than Lamar Jackson. It's no way possible you can look at how Lamar Jackson's stats were and think anybody beat him besides that. That was a whole nother agenda. I think they got tired of seeing him win, but I did say it. Whoever won that game between the Bills and the Ravens was going to be the MVP. I felt that just because it was so close between them two. And they never really give it to a running back, so Saquon didn't really have a great shot because they never really give it to running back defensive players. It's normally your quarterback who's going to be MVP. That's just what they do in the NFL. The shout out to the Eagles doing their thing. I know Gilly and Kevin Hart and all them Philly faithfuls, you know what I'm saying, was loving it. Everything Kevin Hart wasn't drunk on the stage.
Oh, that was wild. That was
like years prior.
He was walking like he thought he was a football player. Like he had
He out there like he just won.
Like he
You
just
ain't
won.
won shit.
They like hang on. Security, him and I'm like on TV. He got actual security. He's like what's
Him and him up. Like,
him
what
and
you doing out here? How'd you get, sir? How did you even get out here?
He's like, we won.
We won. Drunk in the mug, right on
Man,
national
that was
TV.
classic. That was classic.
Then you got anything else? Oh, on sports entertainment. Let me see.
Well,
anything.
sports wise, I don't even think all the trades have went through You know what I'm saying? As far as basketball, last time we
talked about Luka though. Then
we talked about Luka and AD, but you know now, Jimmy Butler's in Golden State.
Golden State, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They've played a game or two. I think.
They done had two. Matter of fact, the Golden State's 2-0 with Jimmy Butler.
I didn't know Golden State fell off like that though.
They fell off heavy. Well, the thing is, they have a lot of injuries. Even the people that they're trying to invest in are injured. Like Kuminga's been on the bench for a whole bunch of games. I'm injured. They're trying to bring around these young dudes, but they just ain't stepping up to the plate. But I do think Jimmy, as a Golden State Warriors fan, I like what Jimmy does because he's not letting us turn the ball over as much. Now, Golden State plays a frenetic pace, but that's what gets them in trouble. Those empty possessions.
Yeah, turnover.
Jimmy gonna slow it down, put it in the post, get to the free throw line. Steph gonna get free throws now because Jimmy already have him in a penalty. The way Jimmy plays. And the fact you have playoff Jimmy. We know that's a thing.
Yeah, playoff Jimmy.
And you have that in your back pocket. Hey, you never know what can happen. You know, I did like the Mavericks, but AD got hurt.
Yeah. Mr. Glass.
Yeah, it's not a good look, man. I'm like, and the guy from the Mavericks, the guy who made the trade, you know, he's taking death threats because of that trade, basically.
Yeah, they love Luka.
It's not looking good. It don't look good.
He was getting death threats before the injury.
But I'm just saying,
but then it made it even worse.
But he getting super death threats to where he has the higher security detail.
Yeah.
Basically, AD is who AD is. AD's a monster, but you have to understand.
He's going to have some health.
AD has health issues. Every team he's been in, he's going to be hurt at some point in time in the season. He's been fairly healthy the last year or two with the Lakers, but he still missed games. He just missed as many. I would have took my chances with a Luka, just because Luka's a generational player. You don't get too many dudes that height, that IQ, that scoring ability. You know what I'm saying? You can only get better. And I think with LeBron James, even if they don't win anything in LA, it's going to be such a blessing to have LeBron James around Luka.
Yeah, Luka had to rub them the wrong way. The people behind the scenes, well, they
said when you go back to look at the when they was in the finals, how the dude snatched his beard.
Yeah.
Like, you could tell something is there. Like, they don't like his conditioning. They don't like how he go about the game. It's something there, because I ain't never seen a general manager snatch no beer out of nobody's hand.
Yeah.
I'm celebrating,
and y'all won?
I'm celebrating, bitch. I done snatched it right back. I'm celebrating, bitch. Don't do me, especially a grown man. You don't take a drink out of no grown man's hand, really. But, yeah, it's something there, and it probably come out later on down the line. What other trades was noticeable? Trying to think. It's a lot of trades that
I know they rescinded that.
That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt.
I thought that was gonna be a solid pickup for the Lakers.
It was gonna be.
I didn't realize he was playing so good.
You, the one that got traded, don't have to go back to him. Like, Dalton Connect is a rookie, and he ain't never had to go through the business of the NBA. He got traded, and now you got to go back to this team that just traded you. Like, it's crazy.
You're going to learn. You're going to learn.
That's the business, though. I can't remember thinking nobody else who really got traded is making an impact. You know, the Kings, you know, De'Aaron Fox is now down with Wemby. With the Spurs, I think that's going to be a nice matchup. It's funny, Zach LaVine is now back with DeRozan again. They was just together in Chicago, but now they're together in Sacramento. Yeah, so, you know, I think there's going to still be some signing, you know what I'm saying, for the people who are on the outskirts, you know, big men. A lot of people need big men, you know what I'm saying? So they going to be some more signings or whatever. But I want to speak to Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard doesn't even get no looks. He must have rubbed people super wrong. Like, man.
I don't know. Well, and plus he's been out of the league a few years now.
He still can play, though. He still keep his body in shape. You need a big man who's going to get rebounds and alley-oops. Dwight Howard can still do that. And a physical, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you're going against somebody like a Jokic, a Joel Embiid, these big centers, dude is still strong.
Yeah.
And he won't get no calls for nothing. So, I don't know what happened with that one.
Hey, I'm going to tell you who I done seen a few games the last couple weeks, and they are kind of fun to watch. It's the Houston Rockets, man.
Oh, Houston Rockets.
Man, I like that team.
Got them boys playing.
Yeah, he got them hooping, man, and that Amen Thompson, he's a problem.
Oh, yeah. Amen. Amen and Aramir, both brothers be hooping out.
It was like Amen and
Asur, that's what it is, yeah. But both of them be hooping out, man. The ones from the Pistons and one from the Rockets, they've shown why they got picked up from the Elite Basketball Association and then had to go to college, you know what I'm saying? So, Definitely promising careers I see for them. Entertainment, and music wise, I say Larry June and
Man,
Two Chainz,
and The Alchemist.
Yeah.
Dope project. Dope. Hey, you know, people trying to say record of the year already. I ain't, but it's got potential. It's got potential, man, because it's a good thorough project, quick, get to the point, good beats. You know, Alchemist always gonna have some good beats. 2 Chainz just got free.
Okay.
To me, rhyming wise, I think this is the best I've heard 2 Chainz rhyming. I mean, he just rhyming, and he even said in an interview like he's like this where he was just where I just got to be a rapper. It wasn't about, you know, making hits or this. It's just rap. And so like he got freedom. I think he likes it. I think this might be like another rebranding. Like I could see him going into era where he's rapping over more of these.
Well, I like this. When 2 Chainz was really like popping, his metaphors, his rhyme style was unique and it was top tier. And then he kind of fell off to me. I think he just maybe lost the love, got lazy, started putting out these recycled bars, these ABC bars and metaphors, and not that thought process stuff he had prior. And this project, from what I've heard, it sounds like he back on his pen game.
He got busy on the hooks. He got busy, man. Tony, yeah, like he don't even say 2 Chainz at all on this. He on Tony now.
Yeah, so he on Tony. Tony's only the killer though.
So that's what I'm seeing a rebranding. You know what I'm saying? Like going with this style.
You hear that, Tony?
You know, going with more lo-fi, boom bap beats.
Okay.
And then I see a rebranding, and like people are for it. Like it's people like, man, why hasn't he worked with Alchemist? He should have been working with him. Like they're really seeing a different side. They thinking all he do is do parties and talk shit. Like, nah, the dude can really rap.
Yeah. I can't think of nothing else that came out. I don't even think, I know something did, but I cannot think of it that I've listened to all the way to really speak on it, though.
And I would say if you do have Apple, watch the Super Bowl halftime show, Kendrick show.
The clarity's way better.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. Like, it's in a big football stadium.
So they had to try to impact the sound as much as possible.
The sound is going, so that's why like watching it just on the TV, it had a certain sound where like you couldn't hear him. But if you watch it on the Apple,
you'll hear all the words more clear.
Because they had a direct line to his microphone. And so you could really get the essence of that performance and hear his words and with clarity. So yeah, check if you want to, check it. I don't even think you could just watch it on YouTube. Like I think Apple own the rights. Like,
Apple own the rights to that.
Like you might
right now.
You can't even see. I don't even think they even got clips on YouTube. You only can see pictures. They only.
Yeah.
So like.
I ain't playing around.
Yeah. So like. Yeah. You can go watch that and see a great show.
Yeah, for sure. I will say this, man. I really want to let people know because I think this is the last time I'm gonna talk about Drake and the Kendrick situation in general. I'm gonna say this. It really is, bro, because there's nothing else to say about it. I don't care if Drake comes with 10 more discs. This thing is over with. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say this. You can be fans of both.
Yeah.
Like being an adult, being mature, you can be fans of both, G. Like it's literally, I am a Kendrick fan more so than a Drake fan, but I definitely have in my car Drake songs that I listen to. That I get hyped off of still. Slow or fast, you know what I'm saying? Drake with the melodies or other stuff. He has bops. The dude ain't been running the game for the longest to be a total.
Hey, no, we
weekly. You know
gave props to Drake. We he got 14 years.
But I'm just saying, people act like you can't like both of them. You can be critical of Drake and still like him. What we're saying is you real, you know what I'm saying? We speak in the now. You can only go with the now. Right now, Kendrick is it. Kendrick took the challenge on. Kendrick met the challenge and exceeded the challenge and has had probably his best run in the rap game currently as we speak. So that's all it is. But Drake, Drake, all he can do is make hits to get back on there. You have to focus on being the artist that you are.
Yeah.
Leave this beef alone. You're not, you're not a beef type of dude. You like to pick on smaller people who ain't about the beef neither, and then you win. These cats who's ready to battle, leave them alone.
Yeah.
Leave them alone because they're going to give you what you want. Just make good music like you were accustomed to making. That's what I'm saying. Just make good music.
Just make good music. You said it like for real. Listen to me. Just make good music.
I'm telling you because that's the only way you're going to get back because the thing is, your record label already wants to be done with you. So you're losing a lot of that steam. The machine, if you lose that, I don't even know where you go from that. If they don't put that power behind you, the same thing that made you the hottest thing out there, they can make you the coldest thing out there real quick too. So Drake, just make good music, man. Be a good artist. Like you doing your shows, you out in Australia right now doing a tour, you're still gonna have fans. You're still gonna have love.
I think Drake should start like parlaying into acting, and he should turn this fall into a dark comedy called Falling to Pieces and make it into a movie.
Make it into a strength. Like
stream, but it's a dark comedy of you being on top and losing. Because you crack jokes. And
I think the one thing he needs to learn is to be vulnerable. And being vulnerable,
he probably
be like,
don't know how to do that.
But that's the thing he needs to learn. That's why all these people want to take shots at him and kick him while he's down, because he has this bravado, this cocky, arrogant, super arrogant bravado. If you just humble yourself a little bit, be like, hey, I thought I could take Kendrick. It didn't happen like that. I learned from it though. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna make good music. I'm still gonna be a top dog in this business.
You'll never hear him say that.
But a real individual can humble themselves enough to say that. And for example, if you shoot the fair one with a man and he just get the best of it, you better shake that man's hand and be like, okay, good. You don't go back and get a gun and try to shoot him. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you lost.
But
You lost. A real man, I'm just saying, you lost. Be like, okay, you got me, bro. And then you might be the best friend from now. I know a lot of time people get in fights back when they was in the childhood, and they probably turned the best friend from that fight.
Yeah, I got in a lot of fights, and we turned to homies.
You see what I'm saying? Because it's a mutual respect at the end of the day. Kendrick right now don't respect you. So you have to be like, give him something to respect. Just being honest. But, okay, so that pretty much wraps it up for today's show. It is on a Wednesday. The show drops tomorrow. So I hope y'all check it out. Tune in. And until the next one.